Hey guys, this is gonna be much more of a rant than a ramblings because I am truly. I don't even know. I feel like I'm on the brink of a mental breakdown and I just need to talk about it. And I swear I don't intentionally record it in the middle of the night, but it just happens to be like 10 p.m. Because this is when I tend to get mental breakdowns. And I was listening to the other podcasts I recorded and I realized I'm getting annoyed by my own voice, I think I sound very nasally, and I also have a habit of using a lot of filler words. And I'm sorry if that just ruined all the other episodes for you because now you're only going to hear the filler words. So I'm trying to, have a better voice posture and speak up here with my telephone voice rather than this like slow, lazy, nasally voice. And I know I'm talking very fast right now, and it's because I have a lot on my mind. And this is not a planned podcast episode in any way because I just really need to talk about it. And there's no one here to talk about it. So I'm going to talk to the void, and someone on the internet will hear it eventually. So, where to begin? Oh my gosh. I am like experiencing some sort of crisis at the moment. I think it's called depression. Yeah. So, this is a current issue that I'm experiencing. So, I'm currently in the state of my life. It's like a weird position. Like the summer after your first year of university, it's a very weird time in your life. Because it's like the first time you can genuinely take a break and you're not technically obligated to do anything. And a lot of people I know, get jobs or they get volunteering positions or they get research positions or they go on vacation and do all the things. But the summer after your first year of university is usually like just a summer for you to have fun, to hang out with people and enjoy your freedom. And I thought that was the case. I was very, very stressed my first year of uni, and so I was really looking forward to this summer, especially after all my IBs experiences. I never really had a summer, and I haven't had a proper summer probably since junior high. So I was really looking forward to having fun this summer. Well, guess what? I'm not. I am having a miserable time. And let me tell you why. First of all, I am so excruciatingly bored. Like, I've never been this unstimulated in my life. And that wouldn't even be that much of a problem, except for the fact that it's not a relaxing form of boredom. I'm like stressed out and bored at the same time. And it made me realize that I've just constantly been bored by my life. Even when I'm stressed out and high strung and I have so many things on my to-do list, and the exact opposite, like the other extreme, when I have nothing to do at all, zero obligations, I can do whatever I want. No matter what extreme I'm experiencing, I'm bored constantly. It's just that when I'm busy, I tend not to realize the boredom. So now that school is over, exams are over, I'm not studying for things, and the boredom is really kicking in full force. And it made me realize I truly don't have any interests and I don't have any hobbies. Because all my hobbies from before were out of obligation and just for the sake of improving my resume or looking better, or I don't know, for the sake of academic requirements. I never really got the chance to explore my hobbies. And I'm scared to try new hobbies because I have anxiety that I'm gonna fail. So, like, I would love to go for a swim. But I'm just so, first of all, socially anxious that people are going to judge me, and also just anxious in general that I'm going to fail. And also I have like an underlying fear of drowning in the pool. So that's not fun. I would also love to go, what other hobbies can I even do? I'm just scared to do things by myself. And so I don't really have hobbies, and if I do, they're confined to like the inside of my 2 square foot apartment. So the most I can do is like play around with instruments or do some reading, writing, doing this podcast, but then I'm just like in solitary confinement constantly, right? And so you're like, okay, well, go hang out with your friends. Well, the problem is I can't because I had no friends in this new city. Well, I do, okay, but all my friends have either gone back home, they're busy working during the week, or they live outside of the city. So for me to get to them or them to get to me, it would probably be like a 2-hour trip. And I'm not comfortable asking people to do that. And I also don't want to do that by myself and go so far away by myself, right? So it's just really hard for me to get out. And I do things by myself, but after a time, when you can only go to so many museums, you can only go to so many shops and grocery stores and window shopping and strolls in the park. Like, you can do all that, but you go everywhere and you just see people hanging out with other human beings. You see couples, you see families, you see groups of friends, and you just feel so lonely. And I know it's like a girl boss move to do things by yourself, and you look super cool, and there's like a vibe in doing things by yourself. But let me tell you, it just looks cool, okay? Because deep down, you're just looking at the other people around you who are having so much more fun, and you're telling yourself what you're doing is really brave and really fun and really, I don't know, it's just really aesthetic looking because you're doing it by yourself. But at the end of the day, you want to be, hanging out with other people. So social interaction is simply just not viable for me. And on top of that, social interaction is really draining because I'm an introvert. So I'm in this weird paradox of interacting with people really drains me, but being by myself makes me go actually crazy. So I don't know what to do anymore. And then you're like, okay, well, why don't you just be lazy, like watch some movies, listen to some music, watch some TV shows, watch some YouTube. But that's the thing, like, nothing interests me anymore. All the people on YouTube are so boring. Like, maybe I just haven't found content I relate to, or maybe I've just watched all the available content I'm interested in. But nobody on YouTube is interesting these days. And the few podcasters I listen to, they only post, once a week, and I'm already caught up on everything. So I can't do that. I don't really like to watch movies either, even though I love movies, because movies make me feel super bad about myself. They just remind me of the life I don't have, because people in movies always have a happy ending. They're always having a good time. Even if everything goes haywire, at the end of the day, things are going to be okay. Even if it's a tragedy, things are still somehow going to be okay because there's a sense of closure or acceptance. But for me, there's never a sense of closure. There's never a sense of satisfaction. There's never a sense of, okay, I'm content. It's always, what's next? Or what else can go wrong here? Or there's just never a calm moment. So movies kind of make me go spiraling. So I try not to watch that many movies. I'm also like very picky with my movie selections. I don't like cheesy fluff. Like, I don't like cringy, superficial plot, like just meaningless movies with some attractive actors. I want some deep philosophical meaning behind the movie. And same goes for novels too. That's why I can't read romance novels, because it's just so cringy to me. And I don't like stereotypes. I don't like cliches. I don't like tropes. I like sad endings too. So that's another paradox in my life is I find happy endings cringy, but then sad endings make me feel bad about myself. Like I am just am I a hopeless case here? What am I supposed to do about this? Another thing is that I desperately want to go back home. I'm so homesick, and this may sound bad, but it's not even to visit like my parents or to visit my friends. It's mainly to go outside in nature. Because I live in the city here where I go to school, and there's like not a single tree in sight, and if there is, it's like half dead or made of plastic. It's just really hard to find a natural setting where there's no people and I can just like breathe fresh air. That's something I really, really miss about my hometown, I guess. Wow, that sounds really weird to say hometown. Yeah, because as I said in previous episodes, I really enjoy running, and I would love to go back to running, except any form of running I do here, I would either have to do out on the street, which I am so not comfortable doing, or I would have to go to the gym and hop on a treadmill, which is okay, but it's not ideal. I hate the gym. I get so much anxiety going to the gym too because I feel like everybody's judging me, and just the mechanical nature of a treadmill is really depressing, and I would much rather go outside and enjoy nature than run on a machine that goes in endless circles. You see what I mean? I tend to have a hatred of endless, pointless loops. So that's why I don't really go to the gym, because it's really not fun for me. So I stick to home workouts, but then I don't have a lot of space to do anything. So it's like all very constrained, and I can't fully do all the moves to the fullest extent. So I'm not seeing many results. And I also can't go home because I'm stuck here waiting for these decisions to be made. Because first of all, I had to find a new place for next year, so I'm trying to wait for like the housing to be settled down. I'm also starting this like volunteer position in a couple weeks, and so I'm waiting around for that. And I also applied to a bunch of jobs, so I'm seeing if I can get a job. And it's just like a lot of waiting around, and everything's in limbo because I'm not even sure if there's something at the end of all this waiting. Like I could just be waiting around for nothing, and then I've wasted all this time where I could have been going home, relaxing, hanging out with people, but instead I'm just here like wasting my time. This may I hate the fact the main issue here is that I have nothing to do, and I have nothing to do that I enjoy, more importantly. And it's giving me a lot of anxiety for some reason. Like this boredom gives me anxiety. And it's the same anxiety I felt when I was in school, except the stress has kind of gone away, because when I'm doing nothing, I feel like I'm lazy or I should be doing something, because I've just been conditioned to be a machine, like work constantly. And so when I'm not doing anything, and then I see people around me working and, going ahead in their careers, going after all these opportunities, I'm like, well, I'm just wasting my time here. I'm being lazy. I should be working. And so I'm stressed out that I'm falling behind, quote unquote. And so this boredom is really stressing me out. And it's also stressing me out that I'm not relaxing, because this is the one chunk of time I have, probably in the next 5 years, to fully relax. And this is the time I have to decompress, to de-stress, to get my life together. And I'm not doing that. Like, I'm only getting more stressed. And I'm getting stressed about the fact that I'm getting stressed because I'm not de-stressing. And I'm not using this time I should be relaxing to relax. And I'm like, you gotta hurry up and relax, because this is the only time you have to relax. And before you know it, the summer's gonna be over and you're gonna be caught up in the loop of stress again. So I'm stressed about the fact that I'm getting stressed. And I don't know, guys, this is all just like very confusing to me, because I never expected to feel this way, and I also don't have experience feeling this way, because all my summers have been preoccupied by academic things. And so I don't think I know how to take a break and do things I enjoy, because I never had time to do things I enjoy. So when I do have the time, I don't know what to do, because I never got the chance to develop my hobbies and interests. And I never developed good social habits. I never developed I never developed my identity as a human being outside of academics. So it's stressing me out, actually. And I don't know what to do. So here I am attempting to rant out my frustrations and start this new hobby. But then it's kind of like, I don't know, podcasting is not really, it's a fun hobby and I enjoy doing it, but it's also pretty emotionally taxing, because the things I talk about are quite, personal to me and emotional, and it drags up like a lot of past traumas and just bad memories. So I've been doing a lot of podcasting, and I guess that really just makes me sort of like on edge emotionally. I guess I'm also like recording too many podcasts to the point where I have so many stocked up and they're not coming out fast enough. And I just have like a whole pile of pre-recorded podcasts that aren't getting out, and I'm not getting any feedback on them, even though I really want people to hear it, because I'm only posting once a week. So it's just like a lot of waiting around and doing nothing, and then being stressed about doing nothing. So I don't know. There's no plan to this. I just wanted to rant. I don't really have a point here. I don't even know if I want to relate to people, because I don't wish this feeling upon anyone. But I guess if you've been in this situation before, how do you handle it, right? What would you do if you were in my shoes? Okay, that's it for now. I'm probably going to go record another podcast episode after this, because I am seriously like, I don't know. I am not okay. Bye.